Today a quick video with some fabric. Hi, I'm Alex and this is Gingerhead & Co, my sewing vlog. Today I wanted to show you some fabric. I got some fabric for my summer makes. So this is lightweight fabric or summer weight fabric. I've got two dogs here. And I wanted to post the video quickly because if there is somebody who needs fabric for summer dresses, so summer weight fabric, this is really heavy, you might want to know where I bought it, and I can definitely recommend it because the prices were amazing. All of the fabric is from Rosenberg and Son, or stitch fabric. They are called stitch fabric. I just can't stop calling them Rosenberg and Son. And I wanted some fabric for various experiments, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money. But sometimes when you can't see the fabric, it's difficult to know what it is. And as much as I love stitch fabric, they don't have the best descriptions ever. They give you the content of the fiber and all that, but not precisely, and sometimes I'm kind of wondering if it's definitely what I want. So let's go, because the main reason why I wanted to post the video is all the fabric that I got, that was I think about £80, under 100, and you've got the free delivery when you spend I think £80, 75 or £80 or more. So each piece of fabric that I'm going to show you was no more than £6 a metre. But also always check the sale section. Some fabric was on sale, so some fabric, this one, was £2 a metre, £2 a metre. So if you are quick, you can also get it. I am not affiliated in I am not affiliated in any way with stitch fabric. This is just my personal opinion. I spend my own money, and you might want to spend your own money, but this fabric is not for everyone. This is lightweight fabric, so not everyone might like it. It's not the easiest fabric to sew. Okay, let's show you some fabric, shall we? Right, so first, this is polyester base and it is slightly see-through, so if you make something that is not very full, you might want to line it, you might need to line it. Well, it depends how brave you are. It's not totally see-through, but it is lightweight. I'm not sure if you can you see me? You can sort of see the outline. I'm not going to line it. I'm going to make something that is fuller, and I think that was about £4 per meter. It really wasn't expensive. I don't remember all the prices, but £6 a meter, come on, what not to love? And I love the colors, and I think they're beautiful. The fabric is really smooth. It is similar to ITY. It might be ITY. This is John Calder fabric, and I don't think you can buy John Calder fabric in better price anywhere. So, well, what not to love? And if you buy 3 meters, it will be enough for a summer dress with full skirt or with some flounces. And that's, well, I bought it for a dress that I am going to experiment on, because I'm going to draft my own dresses. This is my main mission for the next few months, to draft everything. I absolutely love it, and I think that blue goes well with me. So this is going to be a beautiful summer dress with a full skirt, and I think maybe some flounces. I will decide as I go, so I will be a designer. And the back of the fabric is like that because some of you wanted to know. Sometimes it is stretchy, but it stretches in one direction, so from selvage to selvage it does stretch. It doesn't stretch in this direction, right? So it does not, but it doesn't really bother me. Whether it stretches or not doesn't bother me, because my dresses are going to have enough ease for my fabric not to be stretchy, so I can, in theory, use the fabric like that. But I think I am going to use it from selvage to selvage on me. I haven't decided yet, but so it's 2-directional stretch, or it stretches in one direction and on the bias, so it's not 4-way stretch. That's what I mean. What do you think about this fabric? It is not for everyone. If you use this fabric, you will have to have a super stretch needle, just because of the lycra content. So this polyester and lycra, you need a sturdy needle that is thin because it's lightweight. So 65 super stretch, I would recommend that. You can sew it on your overlocker. I'm not sure if all domestic overlockers like this sort of fabric. I don't know, but some probably do. But if not, your sewing machine will cope, because sewing machines, regular sewing machines, cope. Just make sure that you use the right needle. And if you ever have problems with sewing this type of fabric, you can either starch it and then it becomes less fluid, and as you wash it, the starch disappears. Or you can use tissue and sew through tissue. This is an old and trusted and, in my opinion, the best method. It has never failed me yet. If I have horrible fabric that hates me and wants to destroy my life, I just use tissue and everything is fine and we love each other. Right, okay, next fabric, that's viscose jersey. So again, not for everyone, not everybody likes viscose jersey because it is quite flimsy. This is not see-through, or if it is, it's really, no, I don't think it's very see-through. And again, this is some wine burgundy color with some flowers. I love it. That was £6, £6 a meter. £6 a meter. Brilliant. And well, at first I wanted it for a dress that wasn't going to be very full, but I might change my mind. It would make beautiful jumpsuit as well, or drapey tops, or a full skirt, just the skirt, like a circle or semicircle skirt. I believe that this is something I am going to love. And well, if you prefer natural fiber, viscose, yeah, it's man-made, but still fiber is natural. So yeah, I don't really sweat. I know that this is getting political when you mention that you don't really sweat like some people, but this is true. I don't really sweat. It's too cold in England for me to ever sweat, and I exercise and I don't sweat, so yeah. Okay, let's move on. This one, I love it. Probably not for everyone, not everybody likes stripes, but look at the colors, they're so beautiful. I thought about a dress that would be like asymmetrical. I'm not sure, maybe just one shoulder, something. I don't do draping. I have attempted draping. I can drape very, very simple things, but I need to draft my pattern. I don't trust myself, but that would be beautiful if you drape your patterns on yourself or on your mannequin or whatever. But again, this is stretchy in one direction. I think most of them are, apart from viscose jerseys. So selvage to selvage, stretch. But if you want to use it like that well, stretch is very, very, very little. So it's not something that should be close to the body, but it's not something that should be close to the body because you will see everything on your body. So if you have any tiny little wrinkles or accumulation of post-lockdown goodies on your body, it's like a sausage casing. So come on, no. I think floaty is better for this sort of fabric because look at the drape. The drape is just amazing. It is slightly see-through, but I think for what I want, again, can you see my hand? It's not horrible. If you have something fuller, you don't need to line it. If you have something that is just like a line skirt, you might need to line it. It depends how brave you are. And I thought, if you use it on the bias, it's amazing, isn't it? Or is it just me? Again, this is not for beginners. I wouldn't recommend this type of fabric for beginners because it just, you put it on your sewing machine and it, see, it just goes. And that is a problem. So yeah, my hands, because I train my dogs, so my hands are really rough, which also can be a problem because I can damage my fabric, but that means that I can hold my fabric easily. I'm like chameleon, right? With my paws, with my fingers. I don't have paws, but you know what I mean. Or if you don't, well, sorry. I think it would make a beautiful either jumpsuit, like one shoulder like that, wouldn't it? Look, I think it would. I love it. I love it, and it was £6 a meter, I think. Beautiful, but wait. That was £2 a meter. It's on sale. So this is ITY, and it does stretch in both directions, although one direction more than the other. So again, salvage to salvage more. And I thought, I've got quite a lot of it. I don't know, 5 meters? I bought quite a lot because I thought that is like a rainbow of all the burgundy, orangey, reddish, coming to pinkish colors, right? And that's just so many possibilities, because you can make panels. Again, you can drape it on you if you are a good draper. I'm not. You can do so many things. You can do a cowl neck, you can do jumpsuit with wide legs and, I don't know, a lot of gathers. It will take gathers. Again, not an easy fabric to sew, so super stretch needle is a must, really, if you don't want to skip stitches, especially if you plan to do any darts in something like that. I would definitely recommend you to sew through tissue or starch it, hold it firmly as you sew, and use a proper needle. It would have to be a small size needle, so 65, 70, and super stretch needle can cope, but not all machines would cooperate. But I think it's brilliant, despite the fact that it is not easy to sew, but it is so easy to wear. It's so smooth, it is fluid, and well, the good thing about fluid fabric is that it kind of flows around your body. Bad thing about fluid fabric is that if you have children, make sure that they are not in the sewing room when you sew it, because you might use some vocabulary that they probably shouldn't know. Right, so that was £2 a meter, so you can buy like 5 meters and you won't even feel it. Right, another one that is similar type, so again, this is polyester base, which doesn't bother me. This is John Caldo again, and I loved the color. I knew that I wanted it. And again, this is quite slinky. This is like, in some countries it's called silky fabric. The type of the fabric is called like that, but this is like thinner, ITY. It is stretchy. It stretches on the bias beautifully, because it stretches selvage to selvage most, then it stretches a bit in that direction, but so you can use it as you want. But I think that, again, imagine a maxi dress in that would be gorgeous. I love maxi dresses, but they're not very practical for me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make a maxi dress. I'll think about it. I thought about some big flounce, so kind of quite conservative, some quite ordinary bodice, and then from the hip down a flounce. We'll think about it. I have a lot of time to think about it, because I'm not going to use all the fabric at once, but I think it's like pebbles. I love it. I love it because I love the color, and I love the non-floweriness of the fabric. I don't know, it's not a word, but a lot of floral fabric is beautiful, but sometimes you want something different. So this is different, and this is slightly see-through as the others, but it's not this kind of cheap fabric that is the thread count is really low and you can see everything. So this is not sort of made in China, very cheap from Alibaba or Wish or whatever. So not this sort of see-through. It is see-through, but just a little bit, and it's so nice to touch. It's just so gorgeous. You can make something that is clingy if you are brave enough, if you like it, because, well, why not? It is very forgiving, but it won't cover your, I don't know, imperfections or what you consider to be imperfections. So you would have to wear a bra, because well, yeah, it would be indecent. Or if you sit, and obviously you need some more skin when you sit, or you wouldn't be able to sit, all that would be visible. So if that bothers you, that's not fabric that you would want to make something clingy, something close fitting in. I don't think I'm going to use it for anything close fitting. I am brave, but not that brave. Then another one, again, I was just attracted to to the print, and it's purple, so I think it kind of goes well with me, with my skin tone and undertone. My undertone is yellow, by the way, so you can notice sometimes that if I have too much light, I'm turning yellow and greenish. The light just catches my undertone. Beautiful, isn't it? But yeah, but I think blues of any sort, of purples and things like that, they kind of fit what I believe goes with my undertones. You know what I mean? So again, stretch is more in that direction, so selvage to selvage. On the bias, stretch as well. This is more see-through than most others, but again, not enough to, if you make something full, something with a lot of ease, to justify lining. I don't think I would need lining. You would see the outline of my body, which doesn't really bother me. If somebody minds, you wouldn't see, like, you know, underwear and everything else, or I don't know, freckles on my legs. No, you wouldn't. So that's not this type. But for leggings, for example, that's probably too much. It's a bit too thin for leggings. Yeah, well, maybe in the house or something, I don't know. It really depends how brave you are. It depends what you want, but yeah, it's just, maybe it's not summery colors, but for me they are. And I thought about making butterfly sleeves, so you know, this kind of circular sleeves that are just kind of floaty with that. So again, a dress. I should make some jumpsuits, but I never wear them. I end up not wearing my jumpsuits, so I don't know. I think it is going to be a dress as well. Do I need that many dresses? Yes. I love it. I think it's beautiful. And again, it is very slinky, very floaty, very fluid. So if you have, it is quite heavy because it's densely woven. So look, I'll put some fabric here and it just wanders off. So see, the weight of the fabric just makes it slide down, and it's John Calder again. So yeah, polyester and elastin, whatever, lycra. I call it like lycra because I got used to lycra, but yes. Okay, and this one, and I think the print is beautiful. I had to buy it, and again, I love the color. Another John Calder fabric. Here you go. Again, slightly see-through, but if it's something for summer, I don't think there is a need to line it. Well, if you make something that is closer to your body, so this is not suitable for anything that is like pencil skirt and tight bodies. It would not look good. This is not this type of fabric. This is lightweight summer, floaty, drapey fabric. It just asks to be draped. See, like cowl necks, or all the sleeves that are in fashion now, the bigger the button, all that would look gorgeous being kind of draped into sleeves that are a statement bit of your dress, I think. And I know that I should stop buying animal print, but this is so beautiful. This really is so beautiful. I know that the colors are never as vivid as in real life. This is not a fancy camera. No, this is just a very, very cheap camera. So you have to believe me that the colors are beautiful. You don't have to believe me, but you might want to believe me. And again, another one that is John Calder. Is it? I think so. I think most of them are. And this one is thinner, but equally floaty and drapey. And again, this one is definitely not for beginners. It's very difficult to control. This is going to be something that I'm going to use all the swear words that I know to sew with. But I love wearing things, yeah, John Calder. I love wearing things like that. And I can challenge myself, can't I? So if I don't challenge myself, I'm not going to be happy with the result. And the sense of satisfaction when you finish something that was quite difficult to sew, I think that would really make a great jumpsuit, really. So I might rethink what to do. Maybe if it's something like very drapey on top, but sleeveless, so I can take it off very quickly. The top would be sleeveless and drapey. Maybe asymmetric, but then would I wear it often? Probably not, because it wouldn't be suitable for work. Something like wrap bodice, draped, and then wide trousers part of the jumpsuit. What do you think? Do you like it? I love it. That was, I think, £4. Well, all of them were £4 or £6, apart from the ones on sale, the two ones, the red one and this one, that were £2. £2 per metre. So this one was either £4 or £6. There is more, I just didn't buy more, of various prints. I can't really wear big flowers, but there were some big flowers as well. And again, I want to use it like that. So that's £2. It is quite thin, but it's not bad quality. And I think, is it John Calder again? Yes, it is John Calder again. So all of them are John Calder. I want to use it like that. It doesn't stretch. Well, it stretches very, very little. Very, see? In that direction, but it doesn't really bother me. As I said, I don't want anything clingy, so I don't expect it to have any negative ease. Quite the opposite. I expect to make something with quite a lot of ease, to kind of float around my body. Don't forget that this is polyester, so if you make it clingy, you might just not like it. But most people sweat, right? Okay, but you can use it in that direction if you prefer, and then you've got more stretch. You've got a lot of stretch here, right? But if you don't want the stretch, you can use it like that. And it might be easier to control as you sew. It's not going to be easier to sew, but it might be easier to control. So I love it because it's so retro, and I can't be reformed. I remember the 80s as the most beautiful time of my life. So even like late 70s and 80s, I am always going to be attracted to retro prints, because, you know, you kind of can't really stop being you. You have some thoughts in your brain, or you have some memories that are so ingrained in you that you just can't help it, can I? I can't help it, can I? Right. So I think this is so 70s, even the colors, because all the kind of muted greens and khaki and browns and all that on top of the print that is very, very 70s. Beautiful drape. You can make so many things out of it. I've got so many ideas. Again, a jumpsuit would be amazing, but I think I want a dress again. I like dresses, I wear dresses, so why not? But I thought about something that is quite 70s, so I don't know. I don't know. It would actually, what I'm thinking about would look straight from the 70s with this print and the shape that I want. So I don't know, because people would probably think that I just got stuck in the 70s and never really recovered, you know. But I was born in very late 70s, so, but they don't know that, do they? And somebody asked, that's it, that's all, and that's almost the end of the video. But somebody asked about the fur that I was talking about from Colville. So I can show you, just wait. In my previous makes video, I told you that I've got some purple fur. I can't lift it. It's 3 meters. It's too heavy to lift, and it changes the color of my light. But this is purple. Does it look purple? It doesn't. It doesn't look purple at all. It is purple. It is sort of dark plum color. It seriously is, I swear. It does not in my camera, because I can see it in the thingy in the camera, but it really is purple. It is going to be a coat. I didn't want this color, I wanted another color, but never mind. I just didn't want to send it back. So it will make a beautiful coat for me. Oh, I can make a hat with those flops here, like floppy ears on a dog. That could be so fun. My idea of fun is not necessarily everybody's idea of fun, but that's the fur. I think it is good quality. It's fake fur, of course. I don't think anybody anywhere apart from Inuits can wear other creatures' hair, so it's fake, just in case. Right, and the hair is like that, so that's pretty thick. See? That's the thickness. It is super soft, super smooth, super nice. I like it. I think it's good quality. I think it was £10 a metre or something. I think it was £10 a metre, as far as I remember. So, well, as far as go, I think it's very cheap. But Mark hasn't got it at the moment because it's all sold out. So I'm not sure if the person who wanted to see it, if you just wanted to see it, or if you wanted to know anything more about it. But yes, I think it is good quality, especially for the price. It is much better than what I've seen in some shops for like £50 per meter, which was ridiculous. Much better. And yeah, it is going to make a coat, a simple coat, nothing too fancy, but that's for next winter. So that's what I got earlier and you wanted to know, so that's it. I'm not showing you fabric from Colville because I buy a lot from Colville for my experiments, because the fabric sells out very quickly, so I can't really tell you that you can buy it, because sometimes you can't. So that's it. My cat was sitting on it, so there is a lot of fluff. Right, so if you have any ideas, any brilliant ideas what to do with various things apart from the fur, because I know what to do with the fur, just let me know and I'll listen to you. I might not follow your advice, but I'll listen to you. Also, if you know something about sewing very floaty, very thin, very delicate and very fluid fabric that is worth knowing, please put it in the comment section, because well, that's the idea behind the videos that I make, that I learn something from you and I kind of share what I've learned, and that's how it works. I want a social channel, I don't really want a commercial channel. So if you know something, well, your secrets are going to be kept secret in the comment section. Right, thank you very much for watching and see you soon. Bye.